We had 22 views on our last video.
Nice.
We got
That
a new
Superman bump.
Yeah, we got a new subscriber. Hey.
Hell yeah.
Hope you like
Shout
this
outs to
episode.
you, new subscriber.
Whoever you are.
What
We
up?
don't care enough to look it up.
No, there's enough of you I should know all of your names, but you're fine. You'll get used to it.
I swear to God, if we become one of those channels that shouts out everybody, I hate that.
Only if we get a Patreon with producers and they pay us money.
I say, as soon as you start making money, you have to.
Yeah, I'm okay with
it's
that.
so bad.
What
What
podcast sponsor do you want the most? Like the one that you hear on all the other podcasts. What's the one that you want the most?
Oh, the ones I hear on all the podcasts are the ones I hate the most.
I know. Well, Conan gets like Wendy's and like all the big ones, so he doesn't really count.
No, that's
Stamps.com.
I'm talking like the ones, the mid-level podcasts where it's like mattress places,
Magic Spoon,
fucking pills, Magic Spoon. That's one that it's on so many like successful podcasts, and you just hear Magic Spoon from all of them. You're just like, leave me alone.
Listen, I don't want your card.
I'm not gonna buy your shitty cereal.
But it has 2 grams more of protein.
There's like shoe companies a lot.
Oh yeah, Eros or something.
Yeah,
Bird Dog shorts. I have those.
Ooh.
Crocs. They don't need to advertise.
Point is, you all suck.
All I know is maybe our new subscriber was a Magic Spoon employee, and you just cost us,
dude. We could have actually
dozens of dollars.
They like a challenge.
We could have
like a challenge.
We could have bought Jake a microphone.
It's worth it. I don't care how much money. I mean, obviously that's not true, but there's a lot of money before I have to be like, oh, I ordered all of them and I really love the peanut butter crunch. Oh, I eat it every day.
How much?
Oh,
every month. How much?
I don't know. And to say it every month or monthly.
Well, you're paid monthly and it's red monthly.
I'm lying. I'm cheap.
ZocDoc, I do that for $30, dude. I used ZocDoc once. It was sick.
He's doing the ad right now.
Yeah.
He's doing a soft pitch.
Well, plus it'd be...
I'm not just paid. I am a customer.
Listen, I have an advertising degree, all right? I don't use it, but I could try.
You get any level of sponsorship, you can claim you're a pro.
It's true. Pro podcasters. Put it on your resume. We're content creators.
It's a bit lower than everything else.
Yeah.
Skills. White guy with a microphone. Public nuisance.
There's a SNL skit that's like your husband's first podcast kit.
Oh my god!
It's just like a what's it called? The Playtel like big plastic colorful microphone. It's just like for your husband to start podcasting because he's lonely in his 40s.
Do you remember the one where it was like the hospital was changing to be a podcast? To get more dudes to go to get like their blood test done.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
That one was so good.
I didn't see that, but that sounds really brilliant.
Funny.
I'll send you that.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And the 2 most hardcore ones, I went through a list a while ago, and I'm sure we've talked about this before, but there's one with The Rock where he makes a robot, and I won't tell you what happens, but it's amazing.
Oh, that is one of my favorite skits.
And then the one with
we'll watch that.
the future partners. That one's my other favorite.
Future partners.
Meet Your Next Wife. Where they bring out the like kids, and then the pregnant woman.
The pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Your wife's gonna die in a kayaking accident. You just want a new kayak.
I know I shouldn't, but they're so fun.
Those podcasters that do the Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Oh yeah.
So I still listen to those. I'm just going through the games. That they haven't done it in probably 10 years, but they have a lot of episodes built up. But what they have done recently, and it does look like they quit doing it maybe a year or 2 ago, but they had the mall walking podcast.
That's sick.
And they just, one of the guys has a backpack. He throws the recording equipment in it. They walk around with microphones,
dude,
and they go to different malls and they walk around. They talk about the stores, and it's very stream of consciousness. They just try and make each other laugh.
That's big. We should do one where we're like outside a movie theater as the show ends, and like we just sit there all day and talk to people coming out of the movie.
Just ask them,
hey, what'd you think?
What'd you see and how'd you like it?
Yeah, that wouldn't get annoying.
So the very first episode of Mall Walking, they're in their car about to walk in, and they're doing their intro, and very little script.
Is it Hey Everybody?
The what?
Is it Hey Everybody? that their intro?
Ooh, I don't know. I think that's
It'd be
just
really
patented
smooth
us.
if you just cut him off and just said, "Is it hey everybody?" and then just went into your intro.
No, reflexively, I just stopped because I'm like, oh, he's just going into it. He's like, we're
The
done with
voice
this
of
story.
command.
But so they give their long intro, then it starts, and they're like, okay, so that intro you just heard, we recorded 2 weeks ago. We walked around for an hour and a half. We did a full recording, and we realized that one of the mics wasn't connected.
Oh my god!
So we lost everything, and we're back at the same mall. We're gonna redo it.
Unbelievable. How many malls do they have?
That reminds me. I love when you see that shit behind the scenes, or just like them fuck up. There's it was the one I mentioned. Cosmonaut Picture Show.
Yeah.
Like Cosmonaut Variety Hour, movie reviewer I like. They do a Cosmonaut Picture Show where they just like two friends watch a movie and comment on it and make fun of it. They did. I was listening to like Shrektober series where they did Shrek every year. And they did Shrek 1, and then Shrek 2. They were like, "Hey guys, we were supposed to watch Shrek 2, but we just watched the whole movie and realized that we hadn't turned anything on.
Oh my god!
And we don't want to watch it again and pretend to be funny, so we're just gonna watch a bunch of random bullshit."
So,
so they just don't do Shrek 2.
do they just like live record it and then you're supposed to like sync it up and watch it as you're watching the movie?
No,
or do you
no,
just
no.
listen?
They watch it and make jokes, and then he cuts it together. Like it'll be cut down to like 15, 20 minutes.
They edit. That's an interesting
Like the good
choice.
stuff. Yeah, editing. It sometimes makes things better.
I don't know. Not gonna
But yeah,
lie,
so they
the
just,
2
like,
episodes
give
I
Shrek
edited.
2.
So I made 2 episodes, 3 episodes out of the last podcast. The 2 I edited, 0 views. The one I didn't edit, the full length podcast, 22 views.
Shock.
Only 5-minute retention
They're
rate.
all
though.
up.
Yeah, they're all up. Nate.
I have no idea what that means.
It means after 5 minutes they left on average, which means some stayed
rough.
longer and some immediately clicked away. They saw Nate's face and they're like, maybe.
We have to get 5
so
minutes
brutal.
before it counts as a view.
No, that's just the average time they watched that video.
No, yeah, that's
I
just
see.
true facts. How long they watch.
So that's like why we don't get recommended is because our bounce rate is like the first 1% of our videos.
I'd say it's why when I search Ramen Cinema, it doesn't come up on the first page of search results.
Yep. We're killing it.
Love it.
Why aren't you subscribed,
Simple.
Nate?
I don't know. I don't even know how to find it.
It's like I've been looking. I'm on page 7. What do you want?
I searched Ramen Cinema Superman. Nothing's coming up.
Well, if you listen to the intro, it's youtube.com/@RamenCinema.
Oh, well, that's right.
Just tune that part out.
If it can't find me, I'm not interested. I am subscribed too.
Oh, nice.
It still didn't go up in the search results.
That's hilarious. Did you spell it right?
I did.
With an A and D?
I did put spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
I don't know. Okay, I'm looking. You're editing. Like you put together the parts though, like the bracket, the game, not the review.
The review's in there too,
And
on its own.
No, okay, I got you. But so you have 2 different titles. You're A/B testing. I see.
No, there's
This
3
is the most
titles.
interesting thing you can do in a podcast, right? No, I'm saying like there's the review, and then there's the review on its own.
Yes.
And they have different titles.
Yes, they do.
So I think it's probably just one title's more interesting than the other one.
Did Superman save the DCU?
Yeah.
What'll be the title for this one? It's 2020 back.
What the fuck?
Hey, everybody.
Genuinely.
Eddington, finally some answers on COVID.
The title of this one is like, I didn't need a movie where I went back and re-experienced COVID.
You're not
all the
ready for
worst
this.
parts of
YOUR.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. Today we're looking at the movie Eddington, Ari Aster's new film starring Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine. former UFC fighter. He's one of the strong men.
Really?
The
I think
Dean
that-
of Mean, Keith Jardine.
I think the pace with which you read those cast members is why they tune out after 5 minutes.
Well, if you were funnier in your intro, maybe they'd stick around after they hear you.
I'm trying right now.
I know, you're killing it. So yeah, Nate, Jake, hello. Welcome. We're going to talk about Eddington.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, pumped to talk about it. We sort of had a little mini chat. We, before we do the podcast, we try not to talk too much about it amongst us,
Keep it fresh.
But initially I sort of, I wasn't really too keen on this movie. After a day of sitting on it, I'm a little warmer to it than I was.
Hey.
I think it's designed to be an uncomfortable experience. Not a lot of people to root for in this movie, I wouldn't say. So, but thinking on the movie, doing some, reading up on it afterwards, I've warmed up on it a bit, but still not an easy watch.
Fair. I'll give you that.
It was truly, we walked out and we were talking about if there was anyone who didn't suck. And we were like, maybe the black deputy, if you take him at his word that he didn't date that underage girl.
Michael.
But then I
Yeah.
remembered that he was the Bitcoin bro too.
Yes.
And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, no.
And it also really
No one
seemed
likable in
like
this
he
entire
did.
film. Yeah, it did.
It
I mean, she
definitely
knew
seemed
him.
like it did.
Like it seems he like do you believe him that he believes that she's 18? I don't know.
I think he wishes she was 18
Sure.
at the time.
Rough
yeah.
movie.
How many underage out of 10 do you give this movie? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about
You
Eddington.
can't go below 10.
Yeah. How far are you willing to go, Nate? For Eddington. So why is the line 10? Maybe it's out of 20. You don't know.
You're the one who
said
Oh, I did
10.
say out of 10, didn't I? All right. You're right.
Ben's already too high to remember what he just said.
So Eddington.
This podcast is meant to be an uncomfortable experience.
Yes, this is all a bit.
Much like the movie Eddington, you're gonna listen to this podcast. I had a great time with Eddington. I thought it was about a half hour too long. I thought the first half was really solid storytelling, very much like satirizing 2020 and the things around 2020, like COVID, George Floyd's death, murder, like the white hope people coming out and like putting their like, oh, I shouldn't be even speaking right now, and that was so funny to me. I really like that. I lived in Minneapolis during that whole time, and the number of like it was like trauma inducing because I worked retail during COVID, so like telling people to put their masks on, I was just like, bleh, bleh. And then I was around for when the murder happened, and it was just like, Jesus Christ, we're reliving all of this. Like it's a lot, and it's a very uncomfortable watch. I would say the first half of the movie is trauma, and the second half of the movie is what the fuck. But I want to ask you a question. This is all spoilers. We're gonna get into spoilers really fast here. I want to ask you a question. Do you think the last half of the movie actually happened as we saw it, or we were just seeing what Joaquin Phoenix's COVID fever-ridden brain thought was happening?
I think it's tough to say because I think it's a big leap to say that none of it happened, right? Maybe in his mind it was, but something obviously happened, right? He got
the knife in the head for sure.
Yeah, and
Spoiler.
And the big evidence that we see that he is hallucinating things is when he thinks he sees his wife climbing out the window, but it's actually his mother-in-law.
Yep.
So, from that point, you're thinking, okay, his fever's reached this point of hallucinations. He's not a reliable narrator anymore. So it's tough to say what's real and what's not after that, because he's kind of living out like his cowboy fantasy at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also you can't deny the results of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's tough to say.
Yeah. I think it feeds into it being a half hour too long part. I think if they had stopped at the conclusion of the action scene,
Mm-hmm.
then it could have been an interesting question. But like, unless you just want to say the whole prologue of the or epilogue of the movie, like the falling action was all made up too, because all of that makes sense in the same context.
Well, I think that was real because I think he got stabbed in the head. I think that part happened.
No, I know. I'm saying the very end doesn't make sense though if he was on a like fever, fever dream. If he was actually shooting people, like because if that wasn't some shady group and he was like at some point I remember during the final action scene, just so people, if anyone hasn't seen this movie, have any idea what we're talking about, by the end has well-deserved COVID and he starts getting shot at. It's like these
it's a group that flies in on a private jet where the globe is being held in a hand, so it's obviously like some sort of like
they're like globalists. They're sponsored Antifa agitators who are like shooting people. Like they're really like causing riots.
Yeah,
and they're like chasing him down to kill him, and he's like shooting back and ends up getting guns and is like destroying the town with like a rail gun at some point. I can't remember what
it's an LMG.
Yeah, and he is shooting the shit out of the town. And at one point, I did kind of think after the hallucination with her that he was hallucinating all that, and it was like the cops trying to like stop him, and he was just going on a legitimate rampage. And if they'd ended with him getting stabbed, like I would have been left with that question. It would have been very interesting. And I feel like the epilogue completely throws that away because like he wouldn't be out. He wouldn't be the mayor if that's what happened. That would be insane.
He kind of hit everything. He killed everyone that knew what was going on. Everyone was dead. Like the reservation police officer who figured it out is dead now. We don't know what he did.
No, but what I'm saying is if those people really were Antifa globalist hired agitators that he killed, then it could make sense in this heightened world.
Okay.
If he was just hallucinating and shooting people who were trying to stop him, like
I don't think he shot anybody
or like townspeople.
I think he maybe shot the cabbie. That's it.
I don't know. That it just doesn't like track with me logically.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like it's like I legitimately I remember thinking like I thought like, oh shit, is he just like going on a rampage? Like he's like out of his mind and just shooting people in town that are like, what's going on? And then he's just shooting anyone that like comes out.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was gonna like cut to us realizing that when he started shooting the van or like the truck, I was like, oh shit, that's just a person.
That kid's gonna die.
But then it turned out it was a person in black. Like
well, the kid was behind there too eventually, and then came out. So
but
I think there's like two main plot lines throughout this movie, and they kind of interweave, obviously, because that's what movies do. First plot line, we have our lead Joaquin Phoenix, who I personally think, after seeing this movie, should be nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor. I think this is the best acting I've seen all year. I know Michael B. Jordan.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
And Sinners is up there too, but I thought the levels that Joaquin Phoenix had to go to were deeper and wider, if that makes sense, of the emotional spectrum. So Joe Cross is Joaquin Phoenix. He's the sheriff, married to Louise Cross, played by Emma Stone, who lives with Louise's mom, Dawn, played by Deirdre O'Connell. Deirdre's husband was the sheriff of the town before Joe, played by Joaquin. And there's some allusions to him being a predator. Like he may have
much later in the
abused his daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, at the start, he's only revered, really.
Yes.
Like they literally have a shrine to him. The mother, who's kind of, I wouldn't say abusive, but kind very critical of poor Joaquin as the sheriff.
Yeah.
Talking about and when her father was sheriff, the town was much safer, and
So we start in May 2020. No, March? May, right? Yeah. It's like COVID's in full throw. We're closing down. We're wearing masks. We're distancing. Like, we know what it is. But it's a small town in New Mexico.
Elbow handshakes.
Elbow handshakes, yes. It's a small town in New Mexico, and they don't think the COVID is there. A lot of the townspeople do. So Joe is the sheriff. He's more on the right-wing side of things, libertarian, I would say, side of things. He has a couple deputies with him, Michael and Guy. And the mayor of the town is Pedro Pascal, playing Ted Garcia. So Ted and Joe don't get along. We find out later it's because Louise dated Pedro for a bit. And Pedro makes it sound like nothing happened. Louise's mom makes it sound like she was sexually assaulted and then impregnated. And then terminated.
At the very least.
And then abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, I think it's, again, she was underage. Like, he was a little over 18 and she got pregnant.
Yep.
And he, like, walked away. And his claim is, like, they didn't do anything. And the mom's claim is that she was his only boyfriend. So obviously he got her pregnant.
Which it could have been her dad.
I think it confirmed that it's her dad.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, like, absolutely confirmed.
Yeah,
and she doesn't say it. It literally cuts away from her saying it, but she's clearly, that's what she's saying.
So there's actually, I said earlier, there's
Emma
two
Stone's
plots.
character.
There's 3 plots in this movie.
Yeah.
There's Emma Stone's plot, Joe's plot, and the boys' plot, Brian and Eric with Sarah.
Really, all the young people probably share up.
That's
like
fair.
a B plot.
Yeah. So Sheriff Joe, funny, is not really revered in this town. He's kind of rough and tumble, kind of a wimp. First thing we see him get called to is we're introduced to him in a car, and some other cops drive up from the reservation, and they say to put your mask on, and he's like, I don't need to wear a mask. Like, you're already like, oh my god, this guy's one of them.
Yeah, it's really, like, you talked about it, like, being traumatizing. I was so shocked, like, how frustrating it was to watch.
Yes,
because that's, like, really, like, it very much captured just the frustration of that time with, like, just these fucking people.
He's doing all the greatest hits. I can't breathe when I wear it.
I have asthma.
You know?
Yeah. One that they gave him asthma.
Yeah, that was funny.
To, like, keep you on your toes. But
so then some people will be like, he does need to not wear his mask.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They made him as
so
close to, I don't know, someone who could believe they were reasonable as possible.
Yeah.
While still being a total prick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, like, it becomes obvious. It becomes, I think, very obvious over time that he just doesn't want it.
Yes.
Like, nothing to do with it, which is what they all are.
He's sick of it. So the first call we see him go on, there's a homeless person that we're introduced to early on, an unhoused person. We're introduced to early on, and I thought that character was so good. Like, it was so funny to me to watch all of these, like, protesters wanting, like, equal rights and, no justice, no peace. And then, like, they're confronted with a homeless person who they could, like, actually help in the moment. And they're like, ew, get away from me. Like, that was such a good satirization of that whole movement.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think while I did not enjoy myself watching this movie, it was very much, like, the best satire, like, such good satire of both sides in a way that's actually both sidesy.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Like, showing, even though we have to deal with all of the right-wing idiot bullshit, like, it very much got right at the heart of, like, liberal white people as well.
Yeah.
With all of the kid characters in a very brutal way that, like, if you as a white person don't feel uncomfortable with, like, you're not being honest with yourself, you're like, oh fuck, like,
we do that.
Shit, god damn it.
Did you change your Twitter profile picture to a black screen one day? Aren't you cool?
Yeah.
You'd really helping out. That was so perfect.
Yeah.
Just like the social media justice warrior of like, look at all this stuff I'm doing, and like changed their Instagram handle to like Black Lives Matter Eddington, and like
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Well, and even even the mayor, because for a while I think the mayor seemed like
Reasonable.
yeah, and he seemed like the good guy you root for.
Yep.
And I don't think he was bad, but he was definitely a hypocrite.
A hypocrite.
Yeah, he was an
You
honest
know.
portrayal, I think, of mayor
Yeah.
in a small town.
Yep, yeah, 'cause-
Exactly what was happening too. With
Yes.
like, I'm sure there were some well-intentioned, politicians, but like when they went to the party,
Oh
his
my
party,
God.
and they're all just not even wearing masks at all. It was like the 6-foot distance signs everywhere, just juxtaposed with people talking in groups. I was dying. Like, those are my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh, don't worry. We
honestly.
checked everyone's temperature on the way in, so we're fine.
Yeah.
So Joe confronts a homeless person who is coughing. So he brings COVID. The homeless person brings COVID in. The unhoused person, brings COVID in. And that's where it's kind of spreads. He's a super spreader, basically, which is a great touch, perfect, great plot device. So Joe tussles with him and gets kind of thrown out of a bar, and it's the mayor's bar, and the mayor's having a meeting because Joe says, you can't have anyone in there, it can't be open. He's like, it's a community center or whatever. Town.
I mean, yeah, that
town
was our
meeting.
first taste of it being a hypocrite immediately, which was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Just like telling the mayor, like, you're not even supposed to have the bar open, and he just said, we're town officials. Anywhere we meet is a town hall.
Yeah, anywhere I'm doing work is the mayor's office.
is essential business.
Yeah, so good. So
Hilarious.
the unhoused person's trying to get in, making a bunch of noise, and then he eventually does get in. Sheriff has to try to get him out, but he kind of like falls awkwardly, and he's like out of breath, and the guy runs away. Like, it's not a very good catch by the sheriff, and who turns out to be the mayor's son is outside recording him with his buddy. I love that. In the first like 30 seconds of this movie, we see the 5 main characters. I include the unhoused person as the main character because they represent COVID to me. So we go through that. We see Joe's family, living with his wife and his wife's mom, who is like the most insane conspiracy theorist person you'll ever meet, listening to like YouTube videos,
fall asleep at the computer, listening to conspiracy theories. Yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine, get it in your brain. So we see his home life, and we're like, okay, so this is where he is now, and the age difference is odd between those two, Joaquin and Emma. That seems to be a theme through this movie, is like older men with younger women.
Yeah.
And then the next day, or later on, we see him go to he gets called, he drives by the grocery store where someone wants to go inside and buy food, but doesn't want to wear a mask. And is refusing to wear a mask. And they're like, no, you can't shop here. And eventually he just like barrels in, takes his mask off, and the sheriff's waiting in line as well. And he's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm going to take my mask off too. And then he sees the mayor.
The sheriff makes him let him in.
Yeah.
Like, the sheriff's fully on his side.
He's got to eat.
In such a, good, like, Joaquin's performance is really, really fun in this part where the guy, the clerk at the store is just like, there's a mandate in place, like, you have to wear a mask, and he won't say you don't have to wear a mask. He's just like, just kind of waffling. He's just like, this just isn't how you treat people.
He's like stumbling over, like, it's not a law yet.
Yeah,
because
he doesn't have a reason.
This and that, like all these stupid things. Yeah, everything you've heard before, if you were out in public in the 2020s. So he runs into the mayor. The mayor kind of gives him talks down to him, essentially in front of everybody, kind of puts him down, puts him in his place. And when he leaves, he makes a Facebook post where he's announcing he's going to run for mayor because he's sick of the tyranny of the current mayor's office and the governor.
Government.
Yeah. And we see that when he comes home, Emma Stone's not happy with that. She doesn't want personal life brought up. Like, we learn that she's been very stressed out, and like to the point where she can't have any more stress in her life, and she's making these weird dolls, and like she's a broken person, like reasonably so, based on what we know about her. So she's upset. He goes back to the mayor's office, hangs out with his deputies, and goes, "Hey, we need to come up with some slogans. Let's write some on these boards, and let's, you're all deputized now, and you're on my side." And then George Floyd happens. And are kind of doing cop talk, like early cop talk, which was like, that's one bad apple. It's the same thing as COVID. It's like it's a bad apple.
The greatest hits of
just of explaining a murderer like being hired by the government. So there's two deputies. One is black, named Michael. One is white, named Guy. Guy comes out in full like riot gear, ready to go talk to these protesters. And Michael's just like in a bulletproof vest, like normal cop gear. And it's just a funny combination of people to have in this deputy's office. I really like that piece too. So now Joe is running for mayor, dealing with civil unrest in his city. There's peaceful protests happening. Some windows are getting broken, we hear. And dealing with his wife and family basically not liking him anymore.
I really enjoy the small townification of that, where it's, people, there's a peaceful gathering. I think before George Floyd, or maybe it was after.
I think it was after still, but yeah.
After still, but then it escalates.
It was before the video came out.
It is pretty sure. Okay, that makes more sense. Like the next day, basically, the protest has gotten bigger. There's a lot more people out, and there's counter protesters, and there is one window smashed in town. Basically,
and we never see who did it.
Someone smashed a window.
Yeah,
no. And they're just all the townspeople are freaking out. All the older townspeople are freaking out.
Yeah,
and I think a big part of what we're seeing with him is I think his whole story arc is about control, and he's losing control, and he's because he used to have more deputies, and then in his talk with the mayor's like, hey, you had to let someone go because but I don't know, the mayor's kind of implying that he was pressured into, one guy was did have police brutality, so they had to let him go, and I can't remember the reason for the other guy.
They got transferred, I think.
Yeah.
And
so
there was a drug overdose too.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
so a funny little throw in there of the what's the fentanyl, which is like a big bullshit scare with cops. Where he's like, your guy overdosed on fentanyl. He's like, from handling fentanyl. Yeah. It's like not a thing.
But so he's his police force has been downsized. He's losing control at home. Like his wife is distant. He can barely even talk to her. His mother-in-law lives there, and she's just a terror, to live with. She's criticizes him, just a control nut, and into all the conspiracy theories. Even when, and apparently this was unintentional, but when they filmed the sheriff and the mayor outside talking, like on the crosswalk, and it was real windy that day, so it was like unintentional, but Ari Aster's like, it worked out beautifully because he's losing control of his hat.
And
so like the whole time they're having this conversation, he's even struggling to keep his hat on.
He's unraveling in front of us.
That's so like really just good everything point. And he panics. He doesn't think, he doesn't plan. When he announced his candidacy for mayor, it was because he got mad and he hopped on his phone, and he so he loses control, and he doesn't know how to handle it very well, and that's what keeps happening to him.
At some point, his wife and mother-in-law go to Albuquerque or somewhere nearby, and they see a fun little character played by Austin Butler named Vernon, who is this obvious peddling holier than thou cult leader.
Just a classic cult.
Very much so. And he's only in it for maybe 15 minutes, but I think he's really good when he's on screen, and I really enjoyed his character. So that's kind of the C subplot that we're already into, is like, okay, Louise meets Vernon, and they show up in a weird way. Joe and his wife were going to have dinner to talk about the mayor, and she didn't show up. She showed up late with her mom, Vernon, played by Austin Butler, and this other couple. And then Vernon just goes on this big long diatribe about being sexually abused as a kid, and being trafficked, and basically Epstein stuff. And
that's his conspiracy cult origin story.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah, he basically like tells a very fantastical story that like was funny. I like where Sheriff Joe is like, I want to be respectful, but like doesn't want to say like that's fucking insane, like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But like you can't say that to someone who's basically
Yeah.
claiming to be child trafficked
Yes.
and then escaped. Like I don't know. Like
I
but yeah,
love.
he said he claims he and 10 other children were sold to billionaires
Yep.
to be sexually abused and then hunted.
Yes, and then he escaped.
And he was the sole person who escaped.
I love that interaction with him and Vernon, like you were talking about when he was just like, I just the only one to get out.
You're
like,
saying, yeah. He said like I want to be respectful of like your truth, but
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good.
But yeah, basically he seems like he's like recruiting people who are like suffered abuse. The couple apparently was like locked in a basement as
like
children,
teens.
which is also unclear if it's true, but like could be true. And Emma Stone's character, it's like, yeah, gravitating towards this because, you know, we find out that she was abused.
Yes.
So he's like, you know, another version of this, like taking advantage. Like he's bringing in these people who suffered abuse by like saying, I did too, and I, you know, got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can help you.
For sure. So yeah, we meet Vernon. And Vernon and Louise seem to hit it off. So Sheriff Joe's a little worried. Eventually, Sheriff Joe is running for mayor, running against Pedro Pascal's character. And they keep having interactions with each other that escalate, which I thought was a nice thing to watch. So they start off with in the grocery store, or first it's in the bar, then it's in the grocery store.
Nice.
Yeah, COVID just watching.
COVID.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
I usually can stop them, but that one was just out of nowhere.
We'll edit that out.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Oh no, we're starting. We're starting.
We'll start all over. Sorry, guys. I'm a one-take editor. So Sheriff Joe is escalating his fights with the mayor, to the point where after going through a protest and trying to defuse the situation and getting escalated and yelled at and like grabbed a kid's phone and like not looking good for him. He goes to this restaurant where he's having a get together and there's like 7 people there.
I think this happened before, just like another just point out like every single second of this is social commentary that like at this protest the cops are just like escalating things, like basically just screaming at everyone, and it's just getting louder and louder, and then some random guy in the protest just like calms everybody down.
Yeah, that was... oh no, because
like,
it was the time when George Floyd was murdered, so they had to get down on their knees.
Oh,
and
yeah,
for 8 minutes and 34 seconds or whatever it was, 8:54. Yeah, and then there was a guy like, "This is how we should do it, peaceful protest." Yeah, it's just cool, bro. Good one. So yeah, it's escalating and
and he goes in and gives a speech. The protest is still happening outside, by the way.
Yeah.
He's done nothing.
He goes into the Mexican restaurant.
He shows up with his ring cam.
Oh my god, that was
and he's
so
just holding
funny.
it the whole time, and then just leaves to go do his speech.
Yeah, he's panicking because he didn't want his event canceled.
Yes, because of COVID.
And, you know,
but now it's the protests, and now it's this, and so he's giving a speech, and during the speech, he says the mayor raped his wife when she was underage. He calls it statutory rape specifically once, and then he mentions it as rape every time after that. And the guy's like, should we put it out? And Jake, just like you said, losing control. He lost control of the protest. Now he's got to overcorrect and go crazy.
His wife, who is already mad at him for running for mayor without talking to her, because that's what her and her mom were worried about. They don't want attention because they know that they're both kind of mentally unstable. They're self-aware of that.
Yeah.
And they don't want the spotlight on their family. And he's like, no, I promise it won't come back. And then he goes out there, he loses temper again. And he thinks, okay, in order to take control, I'm going to make these accusations. So literally the very thing that his wife was worried about, he's the one who puts it out there.
Yes. ruins it all. So he goes home. No one's there. Everybody's gone. And then is this when Vernon? Yeah, he comes home. Sorry, she is there. They talk. She says she's leaving, and Vernon picks her up. So he's now alone. Takes a bunch of sleeping pills. Wakes up, and she posted a video. His wife did, denouncing all of that. He said and said it wasn't true. That's not what happened. So she's turned on him now, rightfully so. So now he's really alone. Joe only has himself to work with. So he's pissed, and he gets a call that the mayor's having a party at his house, and there's a noise complaint. So he has to go talk about it. So he shows up, and it's that scene Nate was talking about earlier, where it's just like such like COVID safety theater, you know, where they're like, we're outside.
Yeah,
we're gonna check everyone's temperatures.
Cleaning, taking temps and handing out alcohol wipes,
writing down everybody's name in case it's a spreader event so you can get tested later. Like, it's just insane. And as Joe drives up in his truck, which is now like decked out with stuff, including like the wrong use of "your" on like "you're being controlled."
Really good.
In the truck.
So funny. Like, just such perfect little moments in this movie that I think if you watch it again, you'd see more. Then that's what I kind of like. So Joe shows up to the mayor's place, starts turning the music down. Mayor and him get in kind of a fight. Mayor slaps him twice and just shuts him up. And Joe is like the most emasculated he's ever felt in his life. And he
what I thought was really interesting is he walks in without saying a word and like shuts the music off. It's like he's trying to keep himself under control.
Yes.
And he knows that if he does anything, he's gonna snap.
And he wants to be
waiting for him to snap. He's like still like looking down, like hands at his sides, like, and yeah, he just like he turns down the music and walks back out without saying a word. But of course, the mayor just cranks the music back up.
Are you here to call me a rapist
back,
again?
Turns it down.
Yeah,
like he's
rightfully pissed.
The mayor's obviously pissed, and at the same time, I believe this party is basically a victory party because they know they won.
Yeah,
because she put out the video.
Yeah,
so
it's a fundraiser.
The mayor just and he's just trying to like turn on the music just to be a prick.
Yep.
But like without losing control, and the mayor's just pushing him, and it was wild. The mayor just slaps him in the face a couple times.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was fully expecting him to, because it's assaulting an officer, whether it's because he's obviously losing it, but even if it's not, it's like that's an awful idea.
Yeah,
slapping a sheriff.
But I think he just knew that like he wasn't going to do anything. Like in that situation, he had the power.
Yeah. Yep.
And it is perfect because like I think what the follow up to that is like probably one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Honestly,
he just immediately walks out of this.
So
yeah.
This is the first movie in a long time that wasn't ruined by the trailer telling you too much. In fact, the trailer kind of made it seem like other things were going to happen. And then the reveal and the turn at the second act is unbelievable. Like, it's probably one of my best, like, shock moments in a movie in a very long time. So, with that being said, we're going to big spoil up here. Kind of talked about the ending, but we didn't talk about how we got there. And this is the big moment.
Yeah.
So, the big moment, here it comes. Joe... Oh, sorry. We start over. That night, we see the mayor and his son in their house, and they're talking about. Go ahead.
Well, I think before this, the sheriff he sees the homeless man at the bar.
I think so. We walk.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
He's the party happens. He gets slapped in the face by the mayor. He walks out, drives away, and it's the next scene.
That's right. You're right. Yep.
And this is like what it is.
He goes to the. You're right. This is the big.
He's just driving around
one
town.
Of them. Driving around
past the mayor's bar
with a big broken window, and he's like, "Oh, I'll go see what this is." He knows it's the homeless person, the unhoused person. So he goes inside. The person's just like talking to themselves, talking wild, saying things that probably resonate with Joe in the moment. And he's coughing all over. And he's like, "This tastes the same. This tastes the same. This tastes like these little like hints of like
raiding the bar.
You got COVID." So Joe sees him. He turns around, looks at him, and he shoots him 3 times. And the gasps in my theater when that happened.
Yeah.
Could have shaken the theater next to us. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, it was nuts. Like, I at once expecting it, but also because throughout this whole movie, when he's confronting people, he's got his hand on his gun. He doesn't draw it, but he has his hand on his gun. You're expecting it kind of the whole movie because of the way he's behaving, and he just keeps not doing it.
It's the ultimate Chekhov's
And then
gun.
of course, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I thought Chekhov's gun as he was walking into the bar, thinking of the podcast.
Well,
But
I found it. I would have expected, I was like waiting for the trigger moment of, okay, this guy's going crazy. He's pounding, and so like he's gonna run at the sheriff, or he's gonna do something that might be, okay, interpreted as a threat if you're super on edge. Nope. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, and that's what why I think is like my favorite part of social commentary is just he did it because he knew it was who he could get away with it.
Yes.
Like he knew that he could shoot the unhoused person and nothing was going to come.
No one would care.
So it's who he could take out his anger on.
Yep. It was the person no one would care about, no one would miss. Yeah.
I was frankly more surprised that he covers it up after the fact.
Yeah.
I thought he was just going to shoot him and then say like, he
and then say he ran at me. Yeah.
Very detailed cleanup, like as if he was going to investigate it because he would have.
Yeah.
So we see this, and then we cut to the mayor, and the mayor is after the party, hanging out with his son, watching TV. The son's girlfriend, Sarah, who was originally dating Michael, the cop, the underage girl, we think. Brian and Eric are the two boys. Eric is the mayor's son. Eric is the one that ends up with Sarah, even though Brian first was like, "Hey, I'd like to go out with her," and he's kind of like incel-y, like he has whiffs of incel. He's gonna go full bore to
Eric
later.
Also, he's a dick to everyone, and at first he's a dick to the people you don't like, so you kind of cheer for him.
Yes,
but then like he's a huge dick to his friend.
He's a bully,
and I'm like, what do you know? Yeah. So I don't know that. Like we've said, it's hard to find somebody to have empathy for in this movie.
Yes, it is.
Everybody kind of has empathetic moments, but everybody is flawed.
Everybody's a piece of shit, but it is. Yeah. So, the mayor and Eric are just chatting, or the mayor's trying to talk with the son. The son hasn't come out yet, and this is the one I was talking about. This is my abrupt moment in the theater. Number 2, even after the first one being so crazy, this one still hit crazy hard.
Completely out of left field even after.
You frame up the mayor sitting in his chair. You got the desert behind him, and this was such a cool thing they did. You saw the flash of the muzzle, and then like half a second later, like just long enough to like recognize there was something, and then the mayor gets shot and immediately killed. What the fuck? And then the son comes out to see him. You see another flash, misses him. Another one hits him, and now he's down too. Like, what went through your heads during this?
I thought it was Michael.
I was gonna say. So we kind of like skipped over the whole kid's plot. So like very briefly, like we've mentioned the characters, but Michael, the black deputy, was kind of had something before the whole movie starts with a high school girl. Like basically the two friends that Ben described are talking, and the mayor's son is like, oh, she was dating some older guy. He was like, he's a cop now. They're not together or whatever. They said she's just trying to make her older boyfriend jealous or whatever.
Yeah.
So then like there's a couple moments of interaction between Michael and the girl at the protest where she's like, you should be on our side. Like, why aren't you with us? Blah, blah, blah. So it's clear they have some kind of relationship. Then the mayor's son at the mayor party makes out with the girl and sends a picture to his incel friend. And his incel friend forwards the picture to Michael, the black deputy. And so that's all we know.
We also know that Michael loves guns. He's big into, he likes target shooting. He loves guns. He checks out, assault rifles and snipers from the police department.
And he brags at the beginning about getting a really great shot, like a headshot from 500 yards or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So cut to the mayor's. The mayor's shoots the mayor and then shoots the son, and we know it's a sniper.
Yep.
and yeah, like you're definitely supposed to think it's Michael.
Yep.
I did, and I'm just like, I don't know if I did. I think I did, because that's clearly what they're trying to get you with.
Yeah.
And the twist is we zoom out, and it's
Joe.
Sheriff Joe again.
Sheriff Joe, clean up his tracks.
It's also cool. They don't make you wait long.
No, it just cuts to.
They could have had another scene in between, or made us find out with, with maybe the Native American sheriff.
They could have cut to Sheriff Joe coming in for the call.
Yeah,
they could have very easily done that. Yeah,
and so it was wild seeing him. He comes in and he's wearing his crime scene booties and gloves, and he spray paints some Antifa slogan on the wall.
No justice,
and
no
he's
peace.
trying to, he's trying to make it seem like, this was done by Antifa rioters and looters, and
just hilarious.
Yeah,
the concept of the sniper shots.
I know. Well, then the globalists, it was them at the end. So so
also kind of funny that, because it showed him being very careful to clean up the scene, including picking up his shells.
But he left one.
But he apparently leaves one behind.
He steps on it.
So
you see him
steps on it and it buries, and he seems confused. And I think because he went with the intention of shooting 2 shots, but then he had to shoot 3 because he missed the kid. And I think he just legit forgot that he shot a 3rd shot.
Yep.
You
see him step on
up 2 shells, and he's looking. He looks confused, but he convinced himself that he only shot 2 shots.
Yeah. But he shot 3. So the next day, we see Joe wake up to phone calls, needing to go to the mayor's house. He goes there, starts to investigate. Oh, but we find out the mayor's house is actually on reservation land. So the sheriff doesn't have instant jurisdiction, which is a surprise to him. So he's very upset about that and trying to kick any other police officers out of here to do any of their work. And like Jake alluded to, Officer Jimenez Butterfly pulls up with a casing from a gun, and he's ready to go. He's going to go get it looked at. And you see Joe start to get a little nervous, a little flustered. They go back to the police station, and they kick everybody out. And then Brian shows up. Brian shows up and says, hey, I sent this DM on Instagram to Michael with the guy, with the brother, or with the son of the mayor and Sarah making out. And Joe jumps on it. He sees a moment of opportunity. He knows there's a gun in that backseat of the cop car. He knows this stuff is all here. Like he's got that figured out already. So he goes and confronts Michael.
I will say again, just like the good acting and the fun, the enjoyment of it. He kind of plays it cool.
Yeah,
he like
he's done it before.
Brian suggests it. It's wild. Like he brings the clearly waiting to be racist sheriff or deputy into the room and kind of tells him and lets Guy basically sell him on it being Michael.
Yes, he incepts the idea.
But they go and he really does. Like
he also runs
in this, kind of a hurry. We don't believe this.
He makes up some. He says like, "Oh, I got to go get my phone or something."
Yes, so he
even
does.
Though he had it on him, and I was like, "What's he doing?" And then you find out shortly.
Yep.
Oh, he ran out to the car to plant evidence.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Joe confronts Michael, asks to see his Instagram DM, and the guy cop is like, "I'm gonna film this with my," like he's making sure everything's being filmed. Like, such a crazy thing to do, but very funny social commentary on the fact that like I'm gonna make sure everyone sees this is how this person actually is.
Speaking of the commentary, like obviously, but in the like interrogation room when it's Guy and the sheriff, like Guy immediately turns. It's just like he says essentially like I didn't even think about the race thing until this BLM stuff started happening, and now I don't know whose side he's on.
Yeah,
and he's just ready to like
And then the sheriff saying, but the mayor's Hispanic, and he's like, blacks hate Hispanics. They don't like any of the other minorities. They see it as competition for coupons.
That was so insane.
And I was like, oh wow, because you always knew that guy was like racist, but it was. Again, social commentary. As soon as he had the opportunity for the mask to come off,
yes,
it was like, oh wow, like
as soon as he felt safe to say it, he
went
for it. Yeah. So They put Michael in their little holding cell. Michael gets a phone call with, it sounds like his uncle that's a lawyer, is going to come in to help him out. Joe goes out to the cop car and is starting to process evidence with a Officer Jimenez, Butterfly, as the third party, because he's like, all right, hey, how about this guy can search it. So he searches the car, finds the gun, and the officer is standing in the holding area, kind of waiting around, and he notices the whiteboard. And in the mayor's house, they assume the murderer wrote the spray paint stuff. The E's are like backward threes. Like, that's how I draw my E's sometimes.
Yeah.
Very obviously a tell.
Have it if you ever want to murder someone.
Just change it up a little bit. So he looks, and then he looks at the whiteboard where they wrote all their slogans for mayor. Well, Joe wrote all of his slogans for mayor, and the E's the same. And you see Joe put it together as the officer's putting it together, and Jimenez runs to his truck.
He runs to his truck. I just say, call out. I love this fucking super cop.
Yes.
He's got everything.
He
got the casing. Earlier we already see him he's like, oh, I pulled a really good tire track too. And then later he's taking pictures of Sheriff Joe's tire treads.
Yeah.
He's putting this together in a day in the background.
Well, it's because it's
not that it was the best crime.
Exactly.
I love Sheriff Butterfly. And he calls him out too. He calls out I don't know the Eddington, whatever their county is. He calls out their sheriff department a couple times. Basically he's like, yeah, these guys are incompetent. He says once, we have the same resources you do,
Yeah.
And so he clearly looks down on them even before this fiasco.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear that he's like, yeah, these guys are.
Well, the first interaction we have in the movie with the mask is two officers from that precinct coming over being like, hey, you're in our spot right now. You got to put this mask on. That was good. And he put it on that guy's just, above his nose. It was just so, oh my God,
Yeah, the mask below the nose.
Jesus Christ.
Literally, the first scene of this movie was just
put you right in the face.
The first sympathetic moment for him too. He's exasperated. He's fucking not even wearing his mask.
I know, you're like, oh, you're right.
No one did it right.
No, it was horrifying. So, Joe chases the officer Jimenez to his house, Joe's house, where Jimenez is trying to figure out if there are other guns in the house and go get it tested because they're going to match the bullets. And what happens after this? I can't remember the next part because this is where it starts to get crazy quick, and I can't remember which part comes first.
So he follows him out. Then he gets a call from Guy.
That's it.
That the dumpster is on fire behind
the
sheriff's.
Yep.
And this is where it goes off the chain because at some point before this, right the morning after the morning of the murder, he's giving a speech, being a tough sheriff from a small town. I swear to God, I've seen this exact footage before. And then it that cuts to the plane of the globalist and the globalist funded Antifa flying in, which I didn't even get. I'm not gonna lie, I did not understand what that scene was when it happened at all.
It took me. If they didn't have the plane, I think they shot it without the plane logo once, and they were like, "No, we gotta put that."
I did, yeah. I missed that, and so I didn't quite get. But anyway,
yeah. It was subtle.
This is where they strike.
Yes.
So it's he goes back. Guy calls him back to the office. The trash can is on fire in the back. They run back into the office, and Michael, who they had arrested and put in their little holding cell in the sheriff's office, is gone. The door's open. He's gone. Seems like he escaped or something, which seemed fantastical to me. They broke out. It was out of character for him.
It was the Antifa guys.
And then they
broke him out.
No, but it wasn't clear. It wasn't
there was
clear
a key in the door.
That's what happened.
There was a key in the door. You could see. Yeah. So I thought maybe he just left it close by and grabbed it because he's like an idiot. That's what I figured.
Yeah, I was confused how it happened.
Or a friend came and did it, or Sarah did it maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's
anyway.
It just seemed out of character.
Yeah.
But it turns out it's because so they lit a distraction, they freed him, then Guy and the sheriff are just trolling the town looking for him. They are driving out in the desert and they see a big fire.
Yep.
So they drive out to it.
There's a burning arrow that leads them there.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
then like a effigy was being burned on the
yeah,
way.
I thought it was a burning cross. Was that an arrow?
It was an arrow. It looked like a cross because you first
I
see
thought
it
it was a
as
cross.
a cross, and
No,
then it
it is
slowly
an
comes
arrow
out
just
as
straight
an
out
arrow.
pointing.
It was clever
Yeah, and I
though.
was just really, really confused what was going on. Again, like
Yeah.
with this combined, as it starts to go off the rails, I'm like, Michael and a like burning cross
I
don't
know.
make sense. Like
I know.
I was so anyway, but yeah, apparently it's an arrow. They follow it out and they find Michael standing by a like burning trash can, and they're like guns out immediately, like pointed at him, like yelling, like, "What's going on, man? What are you doing? Like, get down on the
And it's
ground."
Guy. Guy's the one
And
that's like doing
yeah,
the
he's
felony
like got
stop on him.
got his gun pulled, like ready, and then it cuts to like cuts to Michael, and we see that he can't talk. His mouth is like stuffed.
Yep.
And he's saying like he can't put his arms down either. Like somehow they rigged him up, so he's just like this and
Yep.
just like standing there, and they're freaking out. And then Guy tries to approach, and Michael's like, no, 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 and then
Boom.
massive explosion.
Huge explosion. And we see like Joe Cross get up, kind of like Saving Private Ryan intro scene style, like ears ringing. And then he sees a drone. He starts shooting at the drone. And then there's a truck in the distance with some guys in black. And he starts shooting at them. And he starts to chase them. And this is where it just completely goes insane. This is where some people think that it turns into the fever dream, or he got knocked out, or the explosion is the thing that actually got his head. And this was him the whole time just being down. So it's the last like 35 minutes of this movie or this chase, and it's just like him getting chased through the city, finding different guns, getting shot at, shooting at people. And it's a nice like bookend moment, because in the beginning of the movie we see the unhoused person walking down this tower area, and Joe takes the exact same route, and he's kind of like going crazy, talking about people chasing him, like exactly what the unhoused person was talking about. And it's like, oh wow, like, and at this point we know Joe has COVID, and he's like fully coughing all the time, and just like
he's like sick as a dog at this point.
He can barely stand up, like he's fucked. And he gets chased through the town, and then we see Brian, Eric's friend, who was trying to get with Sarah. And he kind of hides behind an SUV, and then the sheriff sees him and shoots at him. Doesn't know what he is, obviously. And then I think this is the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, runs up and fucking knifes Sheriff Joe in the top of the head.
Right in the head.
Like unbelievably gory, like really out of nowhere. So he falls, and then the kid Brian comes out and shoots him, bop, 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 and kills the Dean of Mean as other cops show up, and then
holding the
camera. I saved you.
Smart move, I suppose.
And it's wild to me, because it took me about a minute to realize that they had in fact saved the sheriff's life.
Yes.
Because I'm like, he got knifed in the head. He's dead. And then so I'm like, what is this kid talking about? I saved you.
Yeah.
But no, it's,
Yeah, we kind of POV from Joe's perspective for a while. POV from his perspective. Yes.
Yeah.
We get his POV for a while, and we see that he gets better. Kind of.
Yeah. A couple in this scene, a couple ironic endings that I was expecting for the movie, just dead stop here.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he's got full COVID, and he does have asthma.
Yep.
And as he's running, he's starting to wheeze harder and harder.
Oh yeah.
I was fully convinced he was just going to die from an asthma attack.
Yep. COVID killed him.
I also, as he's running through a couple times, he falls through the roof of a building and ends up inside of some, I believe it's like a Native American history museum.
Yeah, like 1800s.
For some extra irony, he like falls onto the land and crushes it. But he breaks in, and then he breaks into a gun store. Both times he went into a building, I was fully convinced he was gonna get stand your ground shot by the person, particularly the gun store.
Yeah,
like he breaks into the gun store and it zooms out and it shows the gun store. I was certain he was just gonna get shot.
Yeah,
and that was gonna be like the end.
That would have been wild.
They even what you call it, red herring Chekhov's gun this, because during the speech he gives after the press conference he gives
you're
a whole
right
speech about how everyone at this town, like he encourages all the residents to have guns and they like their guns, and if you try to break in and cause chaos, they're gonna
shoot you.
They're gonna shoot you.
So
I thought he was gonna get shot there. It's also partly why I thought if this was a hallucination and like it was the townspeople fighting back against him the whole time.
True. That's a good point.
Because like some guys, if you are a stand your ground cowboy and like a guy's running through the street shooting people, you go out and you shoot him, I guess.
So what if the explosion did happen? Don't know how, but a piece of metal jutted into his brain at the explosion. That's what caused part of his hallucinations. And he was doing what you just explained with like the townspeople shooting at him. But then they were like, oh no, our sheriff tried to save us all and he was hurt and didn't know what he was doing. And that's why the ending, which we're going to talk about in a second, can happen.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm saying if that's the case, I don't think he's mayor.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even if he's a hometown hero.
I get the unreliable narrator and he could have been hallucinating it, but I think in order for him to have hallucinated that whole thing, there's just, you have to come up with too much to explain it.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 1 or 2 steps too far. Yeah. So he ends up.
Can you break out the railgun? Like,
yeah.
What kind? How many bolts you got in there? A case. Oh, all right. Fuck.
A backpack full.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. Just rainbow. So yeah, Joe Cross becomes mayor. He's now a vegetable in a wheelchair, living with his mother-in-law, who's ex-mother-in-law now, because we see Louise is pregnant with Vernon after we open the movie with Joe listening to how to talk your partner into wanting a kid.
I don't actually care, but as long as we're correcting ourselves with politically correct language, I'm pretty sure vegetable not cool.
Oh, whoops. That's my bad. I
don't even know what the term
stumbling
is.
over a homeless person, and I just like roll right into vegetable.
It's a vegetable.
He's quadriplegic, I think is the word.
There you go. There you go. I mean, this is a movie where we got R word call outs.
True. Dude.
Yeah,
I laughed pretty hard at the conservative dad.
That was the best line delivery in the movie. Just hard cut right after that.
It's trying to explain the BLM movement from his perspective,
and like why you should feel bad as a white person, and like all this stuff. And he's like,
we need to abolish whiteness, and then gives a whole speech.
And then the
dad's just, are
you effing
so good?
Yeah. Unreal. That was like one of the best line reads I've seen in a long time. I love that. Yeah. If there was a line of the year, that might win it. So we fast forward now. So Joe's the mayor. He's a quadriplegic. He has a caretaker.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're an ally. There's a caretaker that Dawn hired, and the end of the movie is Joe getting put into bed, and then Dawn getting into bed, and then the nurse getting into bed with Dawn, just taking all his clothes off, getting
just an extra bit of weird. For
Ari Aster
extra bit of weirdness, just to absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about the Ari Aster-ness of it. That was an Ari Aster. He insisted.
He was like, no.
Yeah.
I've been good this whole time.
It's funny because they didn't, but the way that he gets into bed, it's clear that they do.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And Brian, the incel.
That was the script. I think Ari Aster was like, get in the bed.
Get in the bed. What?
Yeah. And then, and then like the caretaker too, like hitting him.
Yeah.
And then being like, I'm sorry.
That was just a sad. That made me really sad.
That was really sad because he's just another person slapping him, and he's
horrible realism.
Can't do anything to it. Oh yeah, and also
like just like the caretaker having to deal with it and getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So in the end, Sheriff Joe loses control completely. He doesn't even, he doesn't even have control of his own body anymore.
Damn. Look at you. You're teaching people how to tie their shoes the way you're throwing knots around this story.
Ooh.
Tying that up nicely. And then the incel guy turns into Kyle Rittenhouse, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
He
does the full 180. He becomes a right-wing grifter.
He's a friend with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The screenshot with Marjorie Taylor Greene, I was like, oh my God.
Too perfect. So
do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene like enthusiastically agreed to be in this movie, or do you think
I think she's never going to see it?
They just put her in. Okay, that's
no, they just put her.
She's not making it 5 minutes into this movie.
She's a public figure, so she can get satirized.
Yeah. No, I know. It occurred to me.
Oh God, could you imagine that phone call? Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, she thinks Beau is Afraid is what downtown Los Angeles looks like at all times. I mean, so that's Eddington.
She's the kind of idiot who could watch this movie and think that it's on her side.
Yes.
like you could watch this movie and think it's on Sheriff Joe's side.
Absolutely.
The whole movie, like it plays out as an actual conspiracy theory with the deep state. Like if you just watch this movie without any irony detection on, it's completely just spelling out that worldview.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's funny because I saw, and I had to look it up partway through here because I wanted to bring it up at the end. So I saw a quote by Ari Aster on this movie talking about the politics, and basically the interviewer's like, "So you're kind of presenting a both sides situation here," and Ari Aster says, "No, listen, I have very strong politics, and it was important to me that those not be too clear. I think by the end, hopefully, those are pretty apparent. I wouldn't argue that I'm equating one side with the other. Sure, on one side you have people who are hypocritical and annoying and maybe less sincere than they purport to be. And on the other side, you have people who are ruining and destroying lives."
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's exactly how I read the movie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Like like the best both sides that I've seen is like
Yes.
showing this both sides for what their actual flaws are.
And
Yeah.
and the people who are saying it's not hard enough on MAGA are the ones that don't want to admit that their side does that.
Yeah.
Like our side, I guess. I'll speak my side.
Yeah, I think it's brutal on MAGA. It's just
Yeah.
also completely honest about, fake white liberals. Like
100%.
it's completely realistic.
Yeah.
100%.
It's hard to watch because it's completely true.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
So I don't give that like too out of context. He does finish by saying basically his main point is that he wanted to make very clear it's that all of these people were unreachable to each other. And that was the catastrophe.
Okay.
And we have not recovered from that.
We're socially and politically distanced at this point in time. Damn, that was deep. Good shout.
and you can't say it yourself.
Piece of trivia for you.
Yeah.
The exhibit he falls onto is the Native American Geronimo, which is something people yell when they're falling from a high place also. Geronimo!
Oh, yeah, it was the bones of Geronimo, wasn't it?
Sure was. Darius Kanji was the director of photography. He also did Mickey 17 and one other movie this year, Marty Supreme, which is the new Josh Safdie, Timothy Chalamet one about the ping pong player. And I think it's A24 also, which would be great. So that's Eddington. Reviews out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and I put it as my second favorite movie of the year, I think. Let me check. Was it second or third? I put it as third, behind Bring Her Back and Superman. 8 out of 10. And I would probably buy it digitally, but only so I could show it to other people and watch them watch it.
I did think watching this in the theaters, if I was watching this at home on my computer, I would frequently be pausing it to read, when people are looking at their phones and they're scrolling through, I'm like, they clearly put a lot of thought into the headlines and into little social media posts. Things like his campaign slogans, you can catch a couple of them, but it goes too quick to read them all. And I'm like, it would be great to study those things, I think.
Yeah.
I can't decide if I'm going to call this a 6.5. I think 6 feels too low, 7 feels too high. I warmed up to it. Like I said, it was uncomfortable watching it. I think that was definitely the intent of the film. That's not a critique of the film. But I think it does its message beautifully. And it has maybe not the traditional Ari Aster super descent into absolute weirdness, but it has that flair, just more grounded than normal.
100%.
Which it's wild to call this movie
goes
grounded.
off the rails at the end. Like,
yeah,
it waits till the very end to just go completely crazy.
Yeah. You got to live through 2020, which was crazy enough on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to go.
They give you a little treat.
Yeah. Here you
go. Wild. Yeah, I think we were at like when we talked yesterday, It's like Ben was like, "This was great," and Jake was like, "This was not great," and I was like in the middle. And I think I've also warmed, like my score's gone a little higher. I think I'm like between a 7 and an 8.
Mhm.
Because I really don't. I want to watch it again to catch the details, like Jake said. But other than that, like I don't really want to go through it again.
Yeah.
But it was like it was a very good. It's like the only movie about COVID that actually feels like true at all. Like I spent a very something that a lot of not many people have really touched on because like no one wants to experience that. I'm sure it'll happen more in like 10 years. Like we'll get more COVID era stuff.
For sure.
But like there have been some COVID things and they always feel just like so hollow. They're always just like, oh yeah, we're wearing masks and like, oh, social distancing is annoying.
Yeah.
This was like actually what it was like.
Yeah,
Uh
this brought it back in a way that it was uncomfortable. Like to
yeah.
see people
You're
acting
so
like
mad
this, and it
immediately.
also just it brings you back. It
Yeah.
was awful to go through, and it just brought you back.
Do y'all want to hear
Yeah.
my
I
letterbox?
gotta give it credit for that.
I didn't
Go
see
ahead.
many good letterbox reviews, so I wrote one. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Always.
Imagine if Bo Burnham wasn't allowed to leave that little house in 2020. This is what would come out of it.
Ooh.
Until now.
Yeah.
And no one told him COVID was over.
Yeah, it's like
He comes out, he's Sheriff Joe Cross.
Now listen here. Yeah, so Eddington, now in theaters. Check it out.
And
Yeah.
Can we see Emma Stone in something happy?
No. Because the next one she's in, she's that CEO that gets abducted by people who think she's an alien. I think it's gonna be
Poor
the
Things
movie.
was delightful.
I think that movie on its description should be my favorite movie ever, but because it's by Yorgos Lanthimos, I think I'm gonna fucking hate it, and I'm pissed off about that because it's such a cool idea, and it's such great people that I like to watch. And Stavros
It's
is
gonna
in
be
it.
great. Just keep being wrong. It's fine.
Well, we're gonna play the hardest version of this game I could think of. I was purposely not gonna do this year, but because we did Eddington, we're gonna do the movie draft of the year 2020.
It's so I scrolled through like that even the top 100 because I always end up going past the 50, and I'm like, holy shit, where are the movies?
Nothing came out. So this is gonna be an interesting game to play. Our categories are box office, Academy Award nominations, Academy Award wins, Letterboxd highest review, Letterboxd lowest review, and Letterboxd most reviews. I'm going to go first. Jake is going to go second. Nate's getting the turn. I don't think he's had that yet, so we put him there.
Are we drafting in order?
Yeah, baby.
Of the categories?
Yep. So we're starting with box office. So my thinking is this has to be a movie that came out early in the year, but I don't know when these movies came out. But I think that there's one that I can feel pretty confident in doing well in theaters, and I'm gonna go with Tenet.
I say you made sure you were first, so you picked the only movie.
No, there's one down there I almost picked instead of it, but I'll let you figure out if you can which one that is. Jake, we're going for box office.
Well, box office, it didn't do great, but you can't deny the allure of a superhero movie. I want to pick Wonder Woman 1984.
That was my real close third choice. That's a great pick. Nate, what do you think for box office?
I'm thinking likely along the same lines. I'm kind of torn.
Rip torn.
These are my choices. Like I get to choose multiple, so whatever. I see A Quiet Place Part 2 up there.
That was my fourth place.
Sonic the Hedgehog could do.
That was my second.
Got a lot of chat
because it's a kids movie.
Also, but it was.
Sonic was good.
Going to theaters?
Sonic was good.
Sonic was
I know.
good.
I'm wondering if it did well in the box because I think it gained ground as the sequels went on.
That's why I passed on it, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I think the Sonic series is trending up, and I don't know how good the first one started.
Good point.
Like Fox particularly. I think I'm gonna pick Birds of Prey.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think people are excited for that movie.
I did like
Everyone
that movie a lot.
Harley Quinn.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure, but everyone liked Harley Quinn. I was gonna go see it.
Yeah, I liked it. Academy Award nominations, Nate. I had to double check they actually did it because I wasn't sure.
And they did.
Sure.
All right. Just scrolling through real quick.
Yeah, this is a tough one because there's like.
No, I don't remember The Old Guard.
It's a Netflix movie. The second one just came out. That's why it's at the top of the popularity chart.
Great. Real helpful.
Real helpful, dude.
I think I'll say Emma.
Emma's a good choice. That had to have at least one, right?
At least one.
Old timey. You're like guaranteed like either set design or
it's a period piece,
costume design or sound. Yeah, that's a good choice. Jake, what are you thinking for Academy Award nominations?
So I had my eye on this one. I don't. In terms of Academy Awards, I really don't remember any of these. But surely Mank got some nominations.
Oh yeah,
that
I didn't scroll low enough to see Mank.
Sure did.
Yep, it's down number 80 on our list.
Oh, there's another one I know. Shit, that I know did well.
Damn.
All right, I didn't scroll low enough.
Academy Award nominations. I'm gonna go with The Father. I think that was at least 2 nominations. And this type of game, I'm not sure there's going to be more than that, to be honest. So, now it's Academy Award wins. And Jake took my pick.
Mank. I didn't see Mank. Did you scroll past the top 50?
It's an 80.
Yes, I'm down to 100.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He said at the beginning.
All right.
He's all the way down there. Damn, dude. Mank was a good one. Shoot. I don't think that one was actually. I don't think Hamilton was nominated. The movie version of Hamilton came out. I don't think that was nominated for anything. The Hunt was awesome, but surely it was definitely not.
Song.
I don't know if it was though. The Invisible Man was fun, but there's no way that got any nominations. I'm gonna go with another round because I think that one for best foreign film.
There was another Borat in 2020.
Borat. What the fuck? Super movie Adventure Time?
Subsequent movie film.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Okay. So, Academy Award wins.
Yes.
I feel like this is good for one, and maybe that'll be enough to get on the board. Soul.
Soul, good choice.
Never saw it.
It was good. It's not my favorite, but it's good.
I'm guessing it won for
Best
animated that year.
That's a good guess. Nate, what are you going for Academy Award wins?
Soul was going to be my pick until I saw Nomadland.
Oh, damn.
Which is my pick.
That's a good one. I got at least 2, I think.
I haven't seen that one, but I know the name because I know that it did well in awards.
I think it won Best
I'm pretty sure it
Picture
did well
and Best Actress. Okay, Letterboxd highest review rating.
Tricky.
I feel like there's one pretty easy choice, but I don't know if it's gonna be easy.
Interesting. I have a thought.
Okay.
Just double checking myself because I've kicked myself every time I've said something, and you guys say something afterwards. Oh, there's another one I want though. There's like a movie that's in my top 20 or in my top 16.
Really?
Up here. Yeah, I think you were probably surprised by it. It is well regarded.
Mulan?
I'm gonna pick it because I want to. Okay. Palm Springs.
Oh, that's right. You do like that movie a lot. I've never seen it. We were gonna do it for an episode, and then we didn't do the episode, so I didn't watch it.
We should do it just so I watched it like a month ago, but just so you can watch it. It's
Jake, Letterboxd highest review.
I don't know how this will end up, but I'm gonna go with the Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train.
Oh, nice. How do you spell that?
So you can just do Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Mugen Train, Mugen.
Cool.
So I actually did see that in theaters.
Oh.
Anime movie off of like a shonen anime that's playing. The reason why I'm going with this here is because it was pretty good,
Mhm.
and I think you're automatically going to filter out people who do not like it. I think the only people who are going to see the Demon Slayer movie are the people who will like it.
But are you going to get the hardcore ones that hate on it because it's not as good as what they want it to be?
I was to say it's a risky bet. You're thinking right.
Yeah.
Only people. It's self-selecting for the audience, but those audiences are also very critical
and pretty online. But if it did well with them, then you're flying home.
It's like either they liked it or yeah.
I'm going along a
Or
similar.
they're like, oh, it wasn't quite what I expected.
It wasn't enough titties for me. I'm going with the one that I think could be there. Hamilton, the movie version. I think people would have loved that and they would rave about it and be like, everybody should see this. Okay, now it's Letterboxd lowest rating. Man, I'm trying to think of like what the movie list I'm looking at.
I have so many options, I think.
There's a lot, but I don't know which one I want to go with. I want to go with one that like I think people really hated on, but I can't. I usually go for like controversial ones. That's usually what I'm looking for. Like I think Onward had like the first out gay character in a movie, in a Disney movie. Is that right? Like the one with the two brothers.
Which one?
I do not know.
Onward. I think there's something with that one.
Did not see Onward. It's one of those.
I think I watched it
Elsa
once.
from Frozen.
I ruled.
Dude, I watched this movie. I loved it.
They weren't ready for that to accept that.
Okay, I got mine. I watched this. I liked it a lot, but I think people would fucking hate it. It's with Kristen Stewart. It's called Underwater. I thought it was really fun, but I could see why people would fucking hate it.
Trying to look up the Pixar movie that is about like a boy mermaid. That I learned recently. Like, have you seen this one?
No.
What's it called? Luca.
So
it's about about like mermaids who can turn into people. It's clearly gay coded.
Oh, okay.
Like watching it, it's so clearly gay coded. Like, but apparently, like it was actually written by like a queer person and like actually was explicitly like they were like had a romantic story. And Disney was like, no, absolutely not.
You think we can put this up anywhere?
They brought in a new person to like rewrite it and like tear all of it out.
Oh.
And it's still so clear that like you have to be one of these, Bible thumper who just like you'd have to be so oblivious to not catch it, but it's still like fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That they just like
So
I remember watching it and just being like, how is this not like, how are people not freaking out about this? They're so gay for each other.
Well, they were gonna freak out about it. And
they're in love.
I actually thought that whole time that you were talking, you were deciding on what you were picking, which you probably were. I didn't realize it was my turn.
It is your turn. Who are you picking?
I'm going with.
I don't think Luca even came out in 2020. I just have to tell that
story. I'm going with a movie I never saw, but I hear it's bad, and it's a video game movie.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
I also know it's bad. That is Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's a great choice.
I remember that one getting
shit all over.
Dicked on.
Yeah. I found one I should have picked, and I think Nate's gonna pick it because his boy's in it.
Nate? Oh, and I already picked my worst rated, and I'm excited.
What is it?
Am I up?
Yeah.
Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh god, that's so good. It's the JD Vance.
I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, fuck that movie. There's no way it's
I thought you were gonna pick Doolittle, the Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doolittle movie.
I was going to pick that until I saw Hillbilly Elegy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
I was debating between Doolittle and Monster Hunter.
Damn. Doolittle. All right, Nate. Most reviewed.
All right, so now I get most reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna pick Sonic for that one.
Okay, that's
I'm gonna cross my fingers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, Jake.
I might go with A Quiet Place Part 2.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Borat, subsequent movie film. I think there's just going to be like 100,000 people going in there going, my wife, or something stupid like that. So I'm just betting on the
Subsequent
internet.
movie film.
Yeah, I'm betting on the movie on the internet on that one. Okay, so we're going to start with box office. I don't know how this is going to, like, what do you think the number is going to be for box office?
Ooh. I don't know. I can't remember in 2020 exactly what the movie experience was.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
I know it was hard, but like big
Yeah.
movies did come out. Like Tenet, I'm sure got a theatrical release.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, Tenet is number 12 with 57 million. It came out in September, so it was hardcore COVID shutdown time.
Oof.
Wonder Woman, 1984. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. 23 million.
It just didn't get a box office.
It came out
right.
December 25th.
Ooh.
Yikes. And Birds of Prey, number 6, $84 million. Came out in February, so pre-pandemic.
Picking the best timing.
Like 1 week before pandemic, people started shutting down. 5th place was Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker from the year before, trailing into this one. 4th place was Jumanji The Next Level, same thing, came out the year before, trailing into this one. 2nd place, Sonic the Hedgehog. 3rd place, Sonic the Hedgehog. 2nd place, 1917. 1st place, Bad Boys for Life, $204 million. Came out in January. We weren't even sniffing COVID then, dude.
Oh my God.
We didn't even think about it.
Wild.
So, Birds of Prey gets 3 points for Nate.
I will take it.
Wonder Woman 1984 with 1 point, and I get 2 for being dead center. Tenet. Next up, Academy Award nominations. Let's see. We have The Father from Me, starring Tony Hopkins. It won 2 Oscars. How many was it nominated for? It was nominated for 6 nominations for The Father.
Ooh.
Pretty high number, I feel
Yep.
like.
It'll be tough.
Mank, Jake's pick. It also won 2 Oscars. How many was it nominated for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That Trent Reznor did the music for that. That's a huge plus.
As soon as you said Mank, I was like, fuck.
Yeah. 10 for Jake. That's a great choice. And Emma, who, like I said, I'm pretty sure is going to get at least 2 from, like, costume. Yeah. And it was nominated for exactly 2: makeup and hairstyling and costume design.
Brutal.
So I again get 2. Jake gets 3. Nate gets 1. And we're tied at 4 apiece.
Keeping it even.
Okay, Academy Award wins. Nate
only won 2, is that what you said?
Yes. Nomadland for Nate. It won 3 Oscars.
Ooh.
It won, I want to say picture. Won Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Director. Jake's choice, Soul, starring Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey. It won 2 Oscars.
Animation and
music, Trent Reznor yet again.
Yeah, that tracks.
Nice.
Yeah.
And finally, another round. Mads Mikkelsen. It has 1 win. So, in order of choice, and it was Best International Feature. Nate gets 3 points. Jake gets 2 points. And I get 1 point. Okay. Letterboxd.
Can we do another full reversal? Get it tied up again?
Yeah, let's do it. Letterboxd review time. Let's go to Hamilton first. Highest review is what we're looking for. It is 4.23.
That's pretty good.
That's a good number. I thought it was going to be pretty high. Pretty good. Let's see a couple of reviews, see if there's anything funny. We're checking it live. Wait for it. Genuinely changed lives. Has anyone arrested Jonathan Groff yet? For stealing the show? Classic. Good one.
Yep.
Good one. All right, Demon Slayer. Mugen. Let's see how that Google went. Nope. Demon Slayer.
There's a non-zero chance it's under Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
That comes up.
Suzuki Mansion Arc. 3.77.
Oof.
Close, but no cigar.
Wait, that's the Mugen Train?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's not.
Is that it?
No.
The one you said is not
3.94.
3.94? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just got to
4.33. That's what I'm seeing.
Where is this? Oh, there it is.
He's still bad, whatever.
The second one. I skipped right past it. Yeah, 3.94. Let's check out these. I bet these will be hilarious. Kidding. The Polar Express looks different here. I use breathing techniques to not audibly sob at the end. Tanjiro gonna need therapy after this one.
Yeah, very, very crushing ending of a movie.
Damn. It says Inception, but Demon Slayer. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, now. Will Andy Samberg and company beat that with Palm Springs? It got a 3.76.
Fucking travesty.
Wow.
I'm not even mad about losing the game.
Classic
I'm mad at how low the reviews are.
Well, we reversed it
Fucking
again.
bullshit.
888 all the way across the board.
Almost worth it for that, but
Fair.
that is a travesty.
Let's see. Number one review is Ted Mosby. Kids, I'm going to tell you an incredible story. The story of how your mother met Jake Peralta. Yeah, these are like really corny reviews.
The ones that are making me laugh are the Andy Samberg like in jokes.
Yes.
So it's just, what if we held hands? Well, it's not gonna make sense to people watch the movie. But
go ahead, try it though. This joke will land.
It says, what if we held hands while hallucinating dinosaurs in the desert during a starry night, and we're stuck in a time loop together? Just kidding. Unless. Damn. That is an Andy Samberg line read.
Hell yeah. Hillbilly Elegy for Letterboxd lowest.
Come on, yeah.
2.72.
Oof.
There's got to be good reviews for that.
You either die an Oscar snubby or you live long enough to see yourself win a Razzie. Gotta admire Ron Howard for making sure Glenn and Amy keep a healthy social distance from that Oscar.
Ooh, timely.
Ugh. Now I feel bad for all the people who bought Ron Howard's masterclass. Ben Shapiro's about to dry wank to this one. Oh, Lord. I love that. So yeah, 2.72. Next up is Jake's Monster Hunter. That's like a beloved game, too. That's a great choice.
Yeah.
Holy shit, 1.97.
Hell yeah.
That's a yikes. I don't think we've ever seen one that low. That's really good. All right, let's see. I'm not going to get a lot of these, but we'll try to read a couple. Using all their imagination, they came up with a desert full of big spiders. That's not a fantasy world. That's Australia. I wasn't interested in the Iraq War, and I'm definitely not interested in the Iraq War with Pokemon. All right, that's the winner. That's so good. All right, and finally, Underwater, starring T.J. Miller and... Oh, good. Okay, 2.8. That's kind of nice. That was actually a fun movie, so I'm glad it got last. So Jake takes 3. He's at 11. I take 1. I'm at 9. Nate takes 2. He's at 10. Coming into the last round. But first, let's see if there's any funny underwater reviews. If I was a better producer, I would have done this ahead of time. But this is funny. Kristen Stewart with a blonde buzz cut killing sea monsters in her underwear is something very pleasing to me. When my mom found out Kristen Stewart's character was straight, my mom said, "Oh well, that's not believable at all." Get away from her, you fish. Pretty good. Okay, now finally, we're going for most reviews. Nate took Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, will all these reviews be maybe they review bombed it ahead of time because of the trailer. Remember, the trailer was so bad?
I think people might have come back.
They had the campaign to change his look. A successful social media campaign.
I know, right? Bowling works.
Actually, so much so that I've seen people say that it was like a psyop.
Oh shit!
That they were like that they intended that from the beginning and they just did it for the social media hype.
Dude, I never thought that.
That would be pretty good.
That's crazy. 527,000 reviews.
Well,
feels kind of middle of the road.
Right, but this whole year, that might be God tier for this year.
But everybody's inside and on their internet all day, and some of us aren't working. And like, what else are you gonna do? Review movies on Letterboxd. Tarantino during the scene where Jim Carrey analyzes Sonic's footprint, be like, "This is my Black Panther." Sonic Fortnite dances not once but twice. Dr. Robotnik made money off the Iraq War. That's pretty good. All right, Jake, you selected A Quiet Place, Part 2.
You hate to go with the sequel, but
will you
the list was pretty thin at this point.
It was a tough choice. 806,000.
Nice.
So ahead of Nate. You've guaranteed yourself second place at least. You're
and thus guaranteeing myself first.
Yeah, you won.
Shit.
I relate to the creatures in A Quiet Place because I too want everyone to shut the fuck up. More close-ups of bare feet than Tarantino's entire filmography. It's getting pretty hard to suspend disbelief when there have been 2 films about quiet places and somehow not one character is even suggested living in the library. Why do they want to live this badly? Tarantino watching this at the back of the theater with a Polaroid. Dude, Tarantino's feet jokes do business.
You see a barefoot, you make a Tarantino
It's
joke.
apparently it, dude. All right, and the final one, Borat subsequent movie film. It has 408,000. Oof. It's the film crowd did not like that. I got 1 point. I have 10. Jake got 3 points. He's at 14. And Nate got 2 points. He's at 12. So Jake crushing us all once again.
Hey.
Nice.
Number 1 on this.
Worried after that slow start.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Monster Hunter and was the pull.
Yeah, it was. The number 1
God.
review was Rudy Giuliani's quote from this movie is "My life." Because this is one where
and because I saw Monster Hunter and I was like, oh, that actually has Mila Jovovich in it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should see it.
I do like Mila. Pretty good.
Borat exposing politicians as pedophiles wasn't on my 2020 bingo card, but you know what? I'll take it.
That was our game. We did a very 2020 centric episode. So if you're traumatized, we're sorry. Talk to your therapist about it. And if you don't have a therapist, go find one. They're great. Thanks for listening to our episode today. I'd like to thank my guests for joining us, Nate and Jake. If you're here, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. If you do listen on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. If you want to see us, you can see us on Spotify or youtube.com/@rumandcinema. What should we watch next?
Killed it.
What do you guys think? What are you recommending to the people to check out?
I have been binging Yellowstone, which actually I did in 2 parts. I watched half of it like a while ago, and then it fell off, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll finish Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I have 1 episode left.
Damn.
We'll probably finish it tonight.
Damn.
Pretty good. It's to me, it's cowboy Succession.
I like that.
You know, instead of fighting to save the company and keep they're fighting over a ranch. You know, very cowboy romanticized. Also, one of the main characters is played by whoever played Deputy Guy.
Oh,
Grimes.
interesting.
Something Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes. Yep,
I don't know if
he's
that's
like
his name.
one of the main characters.
I just made that up. I don't know if his name's Rick or not.
Oh,
That wasn't me being helpful. Like
Rick
usual.
Grimes is from Walking Dead, isn't he?
He's the one no one remembers, even though he's the main fucking character. I even said Rick Grimes. I didn't know why I said it. That's how unimpressive that show is.
Luke Grimes.
Luke Cage. Good choice. Thanks, Jake.
Yep,
Nate,
for sure.
Nate, what do you got?
I actually have something. Taylor introduced me to a podcast called What Went Wrong, and it is right on target for this audience. But yeah, I've listened to like I don't know, like 5 episodes this week. So What Went Wrong? They basically each episode they break down a movie. They talk about like the behind the scenes, what went wrong on the production, like what crazy stuff happened, how the movie got made, what things got in the way, et cetera, et cetera. Hosted by 2 people that are in the business, Christopher Winterbar, who I don't know, Bauer, who directed Moonshot, and Lizzie Bassett, who I don't know her credits as much, but she's a writer and producer. Yeah, so they do like deep research, find out all the stories and interesting stuff that happened, and then talk about it. You know, we listened to The Princess Bride on the drive this weekend, and they talked about how the sword fight was completely 100% real, not done by stunt doubles, and they trained for like 6 months.
Jesus Christ.
To do it. How they got hurt on the set, you know, by like rigging that like snapped during a stunt, like all these crazy things. I listened to like the Pirates today, and it was talking about how hard it was to get that movie made because like no one thought a Pirates movie could be good. Pirates of the Caribbean. No one thought Pirates movies could be made anymore, and so like most of it was about how much resistance they got and how it like almost got canceled several times. Damn. How it took like 12 years from like the script being optioned to being filmed even. Yeah, I mean, for a movie fan, it's amazing.
Here's my question. Mm-hmm. Did you listen to their bonus episode, Superman 2025 review?
I did today.
Did they like Superman 2025?
They liked it. They had criticisms. Also, their review was, so they don't normally do reviews. Their review is Patreon only, so they only do like the first 5 minutes. They did the spoiler-free 5 minutes before they got into their real thoughts, so I didn't get to hear much of it.
I see.
Not a Patreon subscriber yet. They said they liked it. They loved the Superman actor. Pretty similar to what a lot of people are thinking, honestly. They specifically called out. They were like, we don't usually talk about our opinions, so this is like a super fan only bonus. During most of the episodes, they don't talk about what they thought about the movie almost at all, except like they'll say like what their impression was. Like Pirates, they're like, what did you think when it first came out? But most of it is about the behind the scenes of the movie. Yeah, it was really every episode has been really fun.
Yeah, I'm just going through right now and just like picking ones that I think would be really fun.
Yeah, like any movie you like, it's very fun to hear like all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
As I'm looking through this list, I have a very hard time not going from the beginning to the end, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to go around and pick movies. But
There's Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
September 11th, 2023.
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't listened to the Lord of the Rings yet. I'm sure they have a lot of stuff.
It's
I want to
2-part.
see if they're it's like a running a two-parter even.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
a
they
running
got fun.
joke that watching Lord of the Rings with the Lord of the Rings, a three-parter, is unbearable because they just he actually broke his toe there.
Broke his
Oh, he
foot.
actually stepped on glass here. Yeah. So I'm curious to see if I can pick up new tidbits.
Let me annoy
I'm gonna
you.
listen to it like right now.
Let me annoy you in a different way. Well, before you do, let me recommend Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. It's a book. I'm currently listening and reading at the same time. Well, like not literally, but during the same time period. I'm reading it and I'm listening to it. Anywho, it's really good. It's like techie in a funny way and also very analog. And like that's kind of big in my world right now, is deciding what to be analog, what to be digital. Like I'm leaning more towards analog lately. So it's nice to see that battle happening, and it's pretty fun so far. And I'm not really sure where they're going yet, and I like it. So yeah, Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. That, and I haven't watched anything else this week. So
Nice.
that's all I have.
This podcast, now that you mention that, actually recorded on a wax cylinder.
It's crazy how good the quality is on this vinyl. You guys have no idea. Speaking of crazy, y'all are crazy for listening to us all this way. Thanks for listening. We love you. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. We'll see you next time.